Hello, Elevation Health friends and family. Dr. Dave Yachter here. I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us at the workshop. We had the Cancer Prevention Blockbuster Workshop event here on Monday night. I really have had amazing feedback on that from those in attendance, those who have been watching online on YouTube. There's a link we sent out. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, please take the time to watch it. You won't be disappointed. It was a great event from the standpoint that we addressed the factors that people need to be aware of, not only to prevent cancer, because most people today have at least a 50% chance of being diagnosed with cancer, what to do when you are diagnosed with it, what the most effective treatment options are for correcting the cause, not just treating the effects, as well as what is most effective in preventing it. We did touch upon the 5 factors most important. Obviously, there's making sure that you're reducing and eliminating cancer-causing drugs and testing. We went through that. We reviewed anti-cancer nutrition. That was an important factor. Again, you can learn more about this if you haven't seen the workshop. Look at the link in your email that we sent out on Tuesday. And then we also talked a little bit about exercise, the right kind of exercise, and how often you should exercise, and the benefits of that. All of these things really are not just habits, but they're the most important habits that are influencing the proper genetic expression that enhance and activate the cancer fighting genes and turn off the cancer promoting genes. So those are the first 3 things. The 4th thing was obviously proper nerve supply, because that's what is really the expression of life, the vibrational frequency that your nerve system feeds to the cells, and all life is in the cells. So without proper nerve supply, you're at a significant disadvantage and weakening of your immune system. So we covered all those things. I think the 5th thing, which is the most commonly overlooked, would probably be toxicity. And that's what I really got the most feedback on, as far as not being addressed. Most of you said that you feel like you should probably take a deeper look into that, a deeper dive, do a little bit more about that. We know that we live in a toxic soup. We know that it's not just the environment outside with our air, but our indoor environment is 2 to 5 times more likely, from formaldehyde and chemicals in our mattresses and our pillows, to cancer-causing agents in our soap, shampoo, toothpaste, not to mention amalgam fillings, mercury in contact solutions, and deodorants, and lead in cosmetics, lipstick, all types of skincare, lead in our water supplies. These are all things that are a really big deal, and that are definitely more often than not have been overlooked as of late, but build up cumulatively in our cells with the exposure to this as time goes on. And then, of course, in our food, that's probably the biggest one, and being heaped upon us most quickly. Things especially that are grain and corn fed, the livestock, the chicken, the beef, the fish being corn fed. And the problem with that is this active ingredient in Roundup called glyphosate is where corn and soy see the greatest application. So this is just baked in it, and it's wreaking havoc in our cells, in our body, and our brain, and really pushing us closer, increasing our risk of Alzheimer's, dementia, not to mention cancer, which is why we went over that in the workshop. So really, really important that you take heed, take stock, take inventory of where you're at with your daily detox program. You should be detoxing at some level gently on a daily basis, applying the right protocols. And if you've never done a detox, you really need to take a major step. So for those of you who mentioned to me and are interested, we have a program here that actually quantifies your level of toxicity. There's a couple of tests. One is a questionnaire. After you take the questionnaire, we give you a visual contrast sensitivity test. Toxins affect the optic nerve, and it actually disrupts the normal visual acuity sensitivity with the optic nerve, so you become unable at some point to discern certain lines. So this is what the test looks like. You put it up to your chin and you read the card. You're not reading letters like you would in an eye doctor's office. This is a different test specifically for toxicity, biotoxicity, neurotoxicity, mold, heavy metals, and things of that nature. And then we also have another test called a meta-oxy test. And basically it's a urine test. We do it right here in the office. You get a sample and it reacts with a specific reagent. And we look at the color on it and it can tell us exactly how toxic you are. The question is not for us all, are we toxic? The question is, how toxic are we, and how urgent is this that we get it out of our system if we're serious about cancer prevention, serious about preventing dementia and Alzheimer's and all these things that are destroying the health and the lives of our families today. So I wanted to take this time today to speak to each of you who know you may need help with this. Ask Deborah or anybody up at the front desk to make an appointment for your toxicity testing so we can determine your level of toxicity very specifically, eliminate the guesswork, and determine what may be the best recommended course of action to start handling this and being proactive and applying everything that you're learning as far as cancer prevention and health promotion. So I wanted to share that with you. It's very, very important. It's worked great for me. We've had amazing results with everybody who has taken advantage of this. So if this is something that we can help you with, please ask them at the front desk to set up an appointment for your toxicity testing. Thanks for joining me today. I love and appreciate you. God bless.